The worst climate in Africa is found here in the Bumbushuti Valley, which has an annual rainfall of 100 inches per day. But today, the sun is shining brightly, and it beats down on a fearful sight. That is Ursula, wife of George of the Jungle, tied to a stake in the Bumbushuti village, and you know what that means.
We ain't playing Ring-a-Levio, Jack.
Why are you doing this frightful thing?
Lady, it hasn't rained here for almost 24 hours. We figure the great Juju has got a mad on for some reason. Ergo, we gotta make a sacrifice.
Will sacrificing me bring rain?
Maybe not. But what else are you gonna do on a hot Wednesday? You got a match on you?
But nothing much escapes the sharp eyes of the Tookie bird, and he flew off to carry the news to George of the Jungle.
Hold it, Leon. What, that? Tookie. Tookie? Tookie. You kidding? Hey, come quick.
What is it, George?
Birds say, ik, tookie.
Ursula? Captured by the Bumbushutis?
Yes. Question is...
What do we do?
No, who is Ursula?
George, Ursula is your wife.
Wife?
Your mate, George.
Oh, him.
Her. And you must go to her rescue.
First, call faithful Shep. Here, Shep. Good doggy. Here, boy. Come, we go rescue, what's his name?
Ursula.
Ursula. Same time tomorrow, Leon. We pick it up where we left off. Tookie.
Yes, isn't he?
Patience, folks. This wood is terribly wet.
Don't you know that all I have to do is raise my voice to call George of the Jungle?
Who's he?
You don't know about George of the Jungle?
The TV reception here is terrible, sweetie. It's the wet wood.
But at that moment,
I'll tell you something. The great Juju ain't gonna like this one bit.
I hate to spoil your fun, dear, but shouldn't we escape now?
Oh, all righty. Here, Shep. Home, Shep.
mighty George had done it again. Once more his victory cry rang out over the jungle. But George had momentarily forgotten the first law of survival in the jungle. Never stand up on a running elephant.
Back, Shep! Go back!
It was no use. Shep was headed for the barn and couldn't be stopped. George, on the other hand, could.
The show will continue in just a moment, folks, with a slight change in the cast.
Why you do this?
Do I have to explain the plot twice? Very well. We're making a sacrifice to the great Juju so he'll give us rain.
Suppose George make it rain.
You're putting me on, right? What are you, some kind of Juju? Okay, you got 5 minutes. Either you make it rain, or it's goodbye, Charlie.
And drawing upon his great secret jungle lore, the ape-man set about bringing rain to the Bumbushuti village.
First, George bombard clouds with rocks. Clouds cry, make rain.
Oh, boy.
George fired, and sure enough, it rained. Rocks.
You got 3 minutes.
Swiftly, George used every surefire trick in the book to make it rain. He set out a picnic lunch. All he got was ants. He paraded in a brand new hat. All he got was compliments.
It's you.
He organized a doubleheader baseball game.
This always bring rain.
He got a shutout, but no rain. In desperation, he even polished the chief's limousine to a high gloss.
No what? No rain. Well, on with the sacrifice.
But the witch doctor still couldn't get the fire lit.
Well, maybe some other time.
No, maybe some other way.
Like what?
Like blowing you to smithereens with this here dynamite.
Smithereens. That anywhere near Nairobi?
But first, let's get you away from the middle of town.
The angry Bumbushutis took George to a high cliff overlooking the village.
Everybody, see all right down there? Good.
Taking up a safe position on the bank of the Mbwibwi River, the witch doctor prepared to sacrifice George.
Oh, great Juju, let us have a little rain, even if it just rains George of the Jungle.
Does the mighty Jungle King still have one trick up his sleeve?
George not even have sleeve. Just muscle. See?
With his arms free, George grabbed for the dynamite and tipped it over out of reach. But the steep hillside caused the can to roll downhill right to the bank of the Mbwibwi River.
This one is on me, old great Jojo.
That explosion did more than get rid of the evil witch doctor. It blocked the Mbwibwi River, which then took a new course, right over the cliff above the Bumbashuti village.
Now that's what I call a real George rain.
Glad you like it, Chief.
Now us Bumbashutis can go back to our normal way of life,
Doing what?
complaining about the weather.
As a reward for his services, George was made honorary witch doctor of the Bumbashuti tribe.
Yes, this my badge of office.
What is it, George?
Very powerful charm. Keep polar bears away.
Don't be ridiculous, George. There are no polar bears within 10,000 miles of Africa.
Sure. See how well it work?